don't do is I never underestimate anybody. Whether he's the smallest man in the room or the fattest man in the room, I'll never underestimate him, because I've been underestimated since birth. But yeah, I'm still here representing, still on top of the world. Deontay Wilder, make no mistake, this will be Deontay Wilder's make or break moment in his life. Anybody can lose a fight, anybody can have a bad night. But this is his make or break time. He's got nothing to lose. He's a 3-1 underdog. He's got everything to gain and nothing to lose. And everybody expects me to go in there and beat him down, which I will. But you can never write Deontay Wilder off, because he's at his most dangerous now. And if I was like the rest of the world, then I'd underestimate Deontay Wilder. I think, I beat the guy easy first time, beat him even easy the second time, I'll take it easy. No. I've trained harder. I've sacrificed. I've been in training camp 7-8 weeks, sacrificing. No families, nothing. I've never ate anything that George didn't cook me. I've never drank anything that George didn't put out for me. You know, I've trained hard twice a day, six days a week. I'm really, really ready and prepared. There's not one thing more that I could say, hand on heart, that I could possibly do to prepare any better for any fight. This is me. I'm at my peak. I'm at the best Tyson Fury ever is now. None of my real concern about where the belts are, as long as my belts are strapped around my waist. The rest of them, I don't care where they go, because, you know, there's only one man who can clear them all up again and bring them back, and that's me. There only ever has been me. I'm sick of saying it. There only ever has been one. There can only ever be one. And you're looking at it. Me, the Gypsy King. I've been working on it, but, you know, I had COVID. I had a month off with my baby that was unwell. And, you know, eating all that stuff takes a lot of doing. You know, I don't know if I'm going to be at my career heaviest, but I'm giving it my best shot. Don't worry about that. Just know that I am a behemoth among men. 6'9", 270 plus. You know, I am the real star to the big men in the division. They said Sonny Liston was the star to the big men at 6'1" and 215 pounds. But, you know, I'm setting a landmark here. 270 plus, 6'9", stop me if you can. Like a steamroller coming towards you. Then go into detail, quite complex as well. See, you know, if you've got a problem in your life and you want to overcome it, like I did with alcohol and depression and all that stuff, then I had to admit to myself that what was going on. I had to accept reality and put up or shut up. And that's what you have to do. In order to get better, you need to accept that you need the help. You need to accept the problem. So Deontay Wilder's problem is he couldn't accept defeat. So long career undefeated, 44-0, nearly all knockouts, and he gets defeated. It must be hard. The Lord knows I don't know what it's like, because I've never had to experience it. But I'd say it'd be hard. But the quicker you can come to terms with being defeated and move on and get better, the quicker you have, the more opportunity you have of avenging your defeat. If you can. If it's possible in your stars to avenge them defeats, then you need to accept the defeat first and then move on. Where what I've seen from Deontay Wilder is he can't accept defeat. He doesn't know why he lost. There's a million reasons why. And he's still banging on that same drum about the gloves weren't on, drugs, water, trainer, all this sort of stuff. Many, many more things, costumes and whatever else. And if he would have came into this trilogy saying, you know what, Tyson, you beat me. Fair and square, good man, but I'm going to get you in the third trilogy. Don't you worry about that. I'd have been like, okay, this is a serious guy. I really got to take him seriously. Not that I'm not anyway, but, you know, he didn't show any class at all in defeat, and he hasn't accepted that he's been beaten. Therefore, he can't overcome it. So you will see what will happen to him on the 9th of October.
And with that, Gareth, go ahead.
Very good evening. Thank you, Bob, Tyson, Frank, for your time tonight. It's appreciated. Can I ask you, Tyson, even though you don't want to speak particularly about last Saturday night, is there a chance that if you have a comprehensive victory
Christian,
over
could you pass me my water, please?
Deontay Wilder on next Saturday night, that you could say to Joshua, forget the victory, come and fight, forget the rematch with Usyk, come and fight me next?
Good question, Gareth. But again, I've no real concern about anything else other than Deontay Wilder. I've got a mammoth task ahead. A very, really dangerous fight that I'm not overlooking, that I'm giving 100% focus. And I don't care who I fight after this. Whoever the next challenger is, let me get through Wilder first. Then on Sunday morning, you can speak to me as you always do, and then we'll talk turkey about who we'll fight next. And quite frankly, I just don't give a damn.
Can you just give an assessment then of how good you think Alexander Usyk is as a heavyweight?
He did his job, Gareth, and that's all I know. He won his fight, good luck to him. There's not much to express, you know. Did I watch the fight? Yes, I did. Was I absolutely wounded that he won? Yes, I was. I was hoping Joshua could win the fight, but he couldn't, and that's none of my business. And one thing that I have learned in my life, and not that I've ever been involved in other people's businesses, but I always keep this nose out of everybody else's business, because it's none of my concern. The only thing I'm bothered about is beating Deontay Wilder, and that's the most dangerous heavyweight out there. In my opinion, Wilder beats Joshua, Usyk, all the rest of the division comfortable, but he cannot beat me.
Thank you. Looking forward to seeing you on Monday. Thank you.
Are we seeing each other on Monday?
Well, I hope so.
Gareth, I gotta ask you a question. Where are you now?
I'm in the Wembley Hilton.
Okay. You're in England, right?
I am.
Right. And it's evening, right?
It's 10 o'clock, yeah.
What are you wearing the fucking sunglasses for?
He's been dug out by Bob. Oh, Bob.
Bob, you know loads about boxing. You don't know shit about sunglasses, I'm afraid. Look forward to seeing you next week. Cheers.
We're gonna take one more question.
Go on, Bob. He led him right into the trap. Led him into it. What time of sugar? Yeah, we had about 1, 2, 3, 1. We've had 4 or 5 training camps now, back to back. We've spent a lot of time in our holidays together, where we were still ticking over, still doing bits and pieces. I've had a long time to get used to his style a bit more now, and he's a fantastic coach. The most knowledgeable, the most experienced boxing man that I've ever had around me, by far. His boxing knowledge is second to none. Very, very, very good technical boxing coach. Best I've ever had in the last 10 years, I'd say, for sure.